This is where we see how great of a head coach is Ryan Day. I'm fully aware he just won a national championship and he has the grace of Buckeyes fans for years. But to become an all-time great head coach, you need long, sustaining success to always have the opportunity to win a national championship. And I think the key ingredient in the modern era of college football is being able to make the right coordinator hires when you lose them. If you did not know, Ohio State lost their defensive coordinator and Jim Knowles. He goes to Penn State. And then Chip Kelly goes to the Raiders with Pete Carroll, which is a wild pairing nonetheless. And if you think about the prime Alabama dynasty days, you remember they were rotating coordinators what felt like on an annual basis. And that was mainly due to the system that Nick Saban was able to build where you could replace these guys on a continuous basis, but the culture and the identity stayed the same. And that's what I mean when we're talking about how great of a head coach is Ryan Day. Has he been able to implement a culture of winning football and an identity that could be replaced no matter what head coaches come into play? And by no means, if he makes the wrong hire this cycle, it doesn't mean it's a fireable offense. But in terms of trying to become an all-time great head coach, these are the standards you got to meet, especially if you want to turn this program from an elite one who can win a national championship to a perennial national title contender and potentially a dynasty. Because we all know Ohio State has the resources to bring in enough talent where they can continuously refill the roster, but can they do the same thing with the coaching room? And to me, I don't care if it's a flashy hire. I don't care if they spend $30 million on an offensive or defensive coordinator. Make the right hire. Because at the end of the day, that's why you're paying Ryan Day, to implement a culture and to be able to make the right decisions for a hire. But I do have my reservations with Ohio State and Ryan Day. They were having identity issues just last season during the regular season. And they flipped the switch after the Michigan game because they finally realized they could throw the ball to Jeremiah Smith damn near every single play and no one's going to be able to guard him. But I also think about the fact that he hired Bill O'Brien. I think Bill O'Brien would have done a fine job as well. But we all got to realize Chip Kelly was the second option. This is not to say I don't think he can do it. This is just a huge test for him during this coaching carousel. It makes me wonder, when we look back on the tenure of Ryan Day at Ohio State, what's he going to be remembered by? What's his legacy going to be? Is it going to be an all-time great head coach or just a really good one?